just literally, we're live now. So, but I'm just gonna say this before I say anything. I've just pressed live, and I forgot what episode it is. I think it's episode 11. It sounds about
Yeah,
right. Come on,
yeah, 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 yeah. No, it
I
is. It was,
remember
it was 10. It was 10 last time. It
10
was
last
10.
time, innit?
You can
But no, welcome, man. Welcome. We're
get
live.
into the age where you can't even count to
Nah,
past
cuz
10.
listen to this one. I'm blaming it on the cold though, but last night I woke up like about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. And it took me about an hour. I'm not even joking. It was that bad that I didn't go back to sleep for about an hour. I can't remember what day it was. I was thinking, is it Saturday or Friday? And then
Yeah.
there's like realization kicked in that it might actually still be Thursday. But my mind just didn't process what was going on. Like, it's crazy. And then them Alzheimer's are kicking in early already for me. But no, man, listen, we're live. This is the first time we're live on Stay Tuned. So anyone who joins live, man, we appreciate it. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments in the comment section. Episode 11. If you're listening on the audio version, you're here later on, then welcome as always. Kieran, man, what you saying?
As always, I'm good, man. Good.
I'm alive.
Staying safe, keeping alive. Yeah, doing all right. What are you saying? Apart from being close to death.
Cuz, yeah, man. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm here. But yeah, man, people need to stop bringing their diseases on the trains, man. Do you reckon, going back to that though, do you reckon that's just because like for me personally, I work from home a lot. I don't really I'm not really around and then amongst people as I used to be back in the day. Do you reckon it's just like my immune system is probably not as good as it used to be pre-COVID?
Yeah, but I think that's because you caught COVID, innit? You got it some.
I was rough, man. So I wasn't like diagnosed with it or nothing like that, but
Yeah.
I was close to death. I'm not gonna lie, like it was that bad.
Probably. Yeah, so I think COVID has made our immune systems weaker, but
Yeah,
we were getting sick anyway before that, and going into it. So I think going in, like not going in less, it's not making us worse. If you get what I mean? Just
Yeah, yeah.
gonna get sick. You're gonna get sick in it.
yeah, man. It's crazy, man. Leeds is a mad place though. Leeds, have you been to Leeds before?
Through Leeds, not no. What? No, I went to some place. Just outside. It was nice there though. So it wasn't. I'm not saying Leeds ain't nice, but I'm just
No,
saying
no,
it
no.
was. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I think with Leeds, it's mad because like it feels a bit like you've been to Manchester, innit? So it feels a little bit like Manchester, but it's got nice parts to it as well. And
Yeah.
it was nice. It was like, because when you think of Leeds, I think of Leeds football fans, and that's a really bad like generalization of a city. But I just know what their fans are like. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, that kind of like woke me up, man. It was nice there, man. Nice little canals and little bars, restaurants, all of that, man. It's nice, man. Good
I've
little
heard,
vibe.
I've heard, I've heard it's alright there still. I never, because of where it is out the way. So I
Yeah,
never really have a specific reason. I don't really know anybody that side as well. Like that far that way, and it's not really on the way to anything either. It's just happened to
yeah.
obviously go there for what I was going there for. What? Yeah, it was an event, by the way, in case anyone's thinking it's anything mad. It's just an event. I know certain men are out there going to like Ipswich and
Yeah, yeah.
Blackpool and Aberdeen for the
Blackpool's a
pools.
mad one
So
though. Blackpool is a mad one, to be fair. You been there before?
nope, nope,
I said nope.
nope,
Yeah, no, it's mad there.
no
It's
way.
it's one of them that if you go Blackpool, I think you go for the day and come home. Like, I think I told the story on the pod, but I remember
Don't know if even going there for the day, cause to be fair.
no, it's good. It's a good little day out if it's like a sunny day or whatever.
Yeah.
But I made the mistake when I was about 17, 18, and I stayed over because I didn't know then. They didn't like Blackpool hasn't really got hotels. They've got a couple, but there's not many. They got like a Hilton, a Ibis, and that's it really. Might have a Travelodge, I don't know, but I stayed in this B&B. I must have told the story on here because I didn't sleep. In fact, I stayed 2 nights. I remember I didn't sleep and I slept in my coat and I didn't sleep in the bed. And all I
Was it
had for
what?
the 2
Was it?
days was the B&B was it was just a mess, cause like it was just one of them kind of, it wasn't a mess. It just I just wasn't used to it. Like I'd never stayed in a B&B in my life. I've never stayed in one since that day because it just put me off. But yeah, man, it was crazy. Yeah, man. I ate McDonald's for 2 days. I was traumatized, man.
Your belly must have mash up, boy. It's
I didn't
living
go
on
toilet there
McDonald's.
either. No, I had to wait till I came back to Birmingham. Literally, the first thing I remember, I got the coach back as well. I didn't get a train. I got the coach back to Birmingham. As soon as I got in, I was just like, "Yeah, see you later, guys. I'll see you. I'll see you in a couple hours, innit?"
It said, drop it like it's hot.
Listen, drop it like it's hot was the theme of the day that day, man. 100%. Oh, it's crazy, man.
Jokes.
But
Those jokes.
I was gonna ask you actually. Have you did you hear about the thing with Keir Starmer and him sitting in the executive box at Arsenal, and now there's like uproar about it.
So one I didn't hear about, but two, why is that up for? What, man can't go watch the game?
Nah,
He's
because I
making
feel
good peace.
I feel like no, but he didn't pay for it. He
Yeah,
was just
but
giving.
that's
He
normal.
was, he
Though.
was just.
But go on, go on.
So I think the uproar is because is it Southampton? What was his name? The other guy, Rishi Sunak. He supported
Mm.
Southampton in it, and he just sat in the regular seats, like the 45, 50 pound seats, whatever. But apparently, Keir Starmer turned them down and said, "No, I want a box. I want like the 6 grand box." And then there's like uproar, people saying like, you know, you should just be not doing them kind of things as the PM, because other
But
men are just
who paid? He got it as a present, or he used
it,
taxpayers' money? Because that's they're two different things.
no. This is what I was asking you, because I think basically I think the club just gifted him,
Yeah.
so I don't see the problem with it. So I was asking you, have you seen it? Because I don't see the problem
Oh
with that
no, but I think that's just people just wanting to. They're
outrage.
haters, isn't it? They're
I
they're
said
player haters
haters.
because yeah, because which person who, even if you don't like football, to go in a box at a game,
Yeah, it's not just a
bro,
match
you
as
don't
well.
even need you don't even need to watch the game. They're gonna have a
Yeah,
good time anyway.
yeah,
Do you know?
exactly.
Like, I think. I mean, I don't know. Maybe people might think it's entitlement because me or you in our jobs, imagine we got given a free seat. And to be fair, actually, I got offered. I went to
Yeah,
Arsenal once through some scheme at a workplace that I had,
yeah,
but
yeah,
obviously, I'm not going to be turning around asking for a box. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Whereas it's a Brit, but he's the PM. Like, if I was the PM, yeah, I'd be at United every every other weekend when they're playing.
I said every other
I
weekend,
won't
you know.
even be working.
I said I'm out of office.
Yeah, on permanently.
I,
Just
I don't see a problem with it. I really don't.
mm.
I think it's just people's perception of like, oh, he should pay for it because he's the PM and all that. And I'm like, but when you see, who can I use as an example? If Drake came to town and
Mm.
Drake he's not paying 6 bags for the box, he gets given that box for free. Or Kim
He's not
Kardashian.
paying for anything. Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't really, and there's no outrage for them. Do you know what I mean? Or like when David
Mm.
Beckham was at the Birmingham City game the other day, he didn't pay to sit in that seat. Like he just got given the seat. Do you get what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
it's just like it's like when we spoke about the selective outrage thing. It's like people are outraged because it's the prime minister. And if it was just, I don't know, if someone just won a competition and they got the box for free, or they were a
Mm.
YouTuber and they were doing like the content for Arsenal and they got given it for free, I don't think anyone would have a problem with it. I think they'd just be like, oh, okay. Or they wouldn't even notice. It wouldn't be news. It wouldn't be mainstream news. It's just mad.
Yeah, and that's obviously I don't really. Obviously, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm just he's the prime minister, so it's not Boris anymore. Like this, that's a helpful starting point. Yeah, and it's just yeah. Obviously, he could have chose a better team to go and watch, but that's not what's on debate here. That's fine. Um, yeah, it's just like you say, it's a selective outrage, and is and listen, if he's doing that, but obviously, he's at games every day, country's going down the toilet, he's still not sorted out, the pay rises, then yeah, I'm gonna be like, yo, can you go around the country?
But
Do you
I
know what I
think
mean?
that's a little bit of what people are saying though, is that like how dare you kind of take this freebie when the country's kind of still on its arse because of the conservatives and you, but he can't work 24/7. He's got to have a, do
100.
you know
And
what I
it's the
mean? Like,
same. It's the same with footballers. You know what bugs me. And I, I think you're the same opinion, but if obviously if you're not, it'd be good to know. But
Mm.
when they say when a player's injured, and basically from a perspective of pundits and fans, they should just be at home, like crying, like
Yeah,
waiting and recovering. They can't go out, they can't go shopping, they can't be in public, they can't do fashion shoots. Like their life has to stop because they pulled their hamstring. It's
yeah,
just what what are you talking about, man?
yeah. It's stupid. No, it's stupid
Yes,
because how do you like? Some people don't want to get deliveries, or they haven't got a personal chef, or they actually want to get out and get some fresh air, so they got to stay prison in
yeah.
their own home because they got a tight calf muscle or yeah hamstring or something like that.
Poison toe. So, but then you can't go. Please, man.
Like, yeah, it's annoying. I think it was a good point actually because kind of like tagged on to that. I don't know if you saw. I think it was Bernardo Silva or maybe Rodri was saying about
Mm.
how many games they're playing and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they might want to go on strike and all that because they're playing too many games and people are like, oh, how dare they on 200 grand want to go on strike and blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, but you got to remember the physicalities they're putting on their body. You know, they don't just turn up on a Saturday and kick football for 90 minutes. Like there's so many
Team
things.
Power League.
Yeah, like they don't just go home and then that's it for the week. Like you got to train every day. Sometimes you got 2 training sessions on one day. I know you finish at like 2 o'clock, but so the big men. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
but I've got a question. I've got a question for you though, right?
yeah, go on.
Contractually, yeah. Because I obviously I've never played pro, semi-pro, whatever. I never had a
Yeah.
football contract. But if it's in their contract that it's their job to play the games,
Mm.
depending on the season, in one way, and they got to just shut up and get on with it. No, I'm not saying that's my full
You're
opinion,
right.
but
No,
they
you're
signed a
right.
contract. That's what they've agreed to. So and they got to hush their gums and play the
A little
games.
bit.
No.
No, I agree with that, but I also think they are adding like the Champions League. I think is now extra games, so I would not expect
Mm.
in your contract is going to say you're playing X amount of games a season, or you could play potentially up to X amount of games a season. I haven't seen a pro contract to understand
Yeah.
whether it says that, but I'd be surprised if it said that in there. But at the same time, I kind of get it a little bit as well because the new format now, like there was, I think it was
Mm.
Spurs. Did Spurs only played Sunday 2 p.m.? I swear I was watching them on like the Tuesday, I think, or maybe the
Yeah.
Wednesday. Maybe it was Wednesday. So
Yeah.
I kind of get it. Like, yeah, you're a footballer. You're supposed that's your job. Like, I don't go into my job and go, "Oh, it's Thursday. I better down tools." And
No, this is it. Like if your manager come to you and say, "Oh, can you just cover this meeting? I know you don't usually do it, but
but
yeah,
you
and
got
it's
the right to
happening
say
every
no.
week."
That's
You got
the difference a little bit in it. Like you can say, nah, I've got
clearly
too much on, or I don't want to do it. It's not my job. You do it.
no, but if they're saying that I'll put it in, like you're basically I mean, maybe not you, but I'm just saying in
But
general,
it's definitely not
like you're
me.
doing it. No, I tell you why. So I don't agree with the number of games that the authorities are putting in, but
Yeah.
at the same time, no one told these men that they have to play football.
Yeah, no,
If they
you're right,
sign a
man.
contract, do you know
You're
what I
right.
mean? Like if you sign a music contract, they say, look, you need it's
You
seven
got you're
albums.
obligated to do the 7 albums.
Yeah, then you better go do them albums.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
no,
then rip up the contract, then give back the money. Like, and that's what I mean. It's just
no,
that
I hear
whole
you.
that whole striking thing. I think is that if like in your contract where you have listen, these are your objectives, and then you got any other duties. I can't be turning around and saying, "Oh, I'm not doing that because it's not." Listen, if there's any other duties clause in there, then I better be
Yeah,
getting
it
on with that.
covers.
I'm
That's the
not.
umbrella
Yeah,
that it
so
comes under. So
yeah, I'm not. I don't think you should be playing the games, but all the strike and stuff, I'm like, not really, because that's your contract, bruv. So that's what you signed up to.
man said the death row contractors. I'm talking to you,
Hey, there's a lot of man that shook man has done a thing
the Shook
because
Knighters.
it's the game's the game, isn't it?
But it's true. No, I do get it. I kind of get it. But then I also think there are a lot more games than when we were like when we were kids. There weren't this
Yeah,
much football being played. So, but then at the same time as well, those players knew what they were signing. Like you just said, knew what they were signing up for when they signed a contract. They
yeah,
knew that they were going to be in a potential Champions League, Europa League. They knew that the Nations League was still about. They knew that England might select them and call them up. They knew that
yeah,
they were going to have to train 2 times a day sometimes, or do you know what I mean? They might have a day off in the week, so they knew all of that stuff. And
yeah,
obviously, the money does help. Like if you're on 200 grand, I might skip out of bed a little quicker. I'm just
If
being
I'm if
honest.
I'm on, cause if I'm on 200 grand a week, I'm going to the office 5 days if they tell me to.
Oh,
I'll
cuz,
work my contracted hours, but if they start saying, "Oh, actually, there's a little discrepancy in the contract, so we're now saying you have to do this, and it's part of your contract for 200 grand a week," yeah, I'll do it. I'll do that job,
do you reckon?
cause
Do you reckon if you was
for about
like,
6 months,
but
and
do
then
you
I'll
reckon?
quit.
No, I hear what you're saying. No, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, but do you think? I think we've had this conversation on here, but do you
Yeah,
think you because you'd become accustomed to the 200 grand in it? It would be like you'd be like getting your wage now. You become accustomed to your wage that you're on now. Do you get what I mean? And I'm accustomed to my wage. We're talking because
yeah.
we're not on 200 grand. But if we were on 200 grand, then we're getting that every week, and you're probably not even living within your means on 200 grand still. I know it sounds wild, but the life is the life, isn't it?
You listen. You reap what you sow, innit? If you're gonna go and live that life with on 200 grand, and then
I
you're
hear what you're
saying, "Oh
saying.
yeah, well I'm used to it," then it's like, yeah, but
I
it's
hear it.
not my problem, bro.
I hear both
Yeah,
sides.
I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. But yeah, all this stuff about listen, if you sign a contract, get a better contract. Don't sign that contract.
Or
No one put a
get a
gun
better
to your head.
agent.
Yeah. Apart from Obi Mikel, I know he got forced to sign a United contract. But
Yeah,
no one's forcing them. Go play non-league if you want to play football. It's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. No, it's right, man.
Yeah,
It's
get
true.
a different contract. Yeah,
It's
100.
true, man.
And I think they're playing more games, ain't they?
Oh yeah, non-league. Well, the
Non-league
lower down you
conference.
go, the more games you must play.
Yeah.
I would
So
say so. Even in like the championship, you play more games than most man in the Premier League do because you start earlier in like the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. Not all teams are in the European competitions in the Premier League as well. So like your Ipswiches, they're just playing Premier League. Just do you know what I mean? The same amount of
yeah,
games as people in the Championship, but they're playing less games because they probably enter the tournaments like the cup games. I think probably in a later round.
yeah.
So
So if listen, if the conference man can do it, and then some of them got part-time jobs, then bruh,
I know on less
Rodri,
money.
yeah, and listen, Rodri, go enjoy your football, and if you don't like it, go enjoy the Saudi league. Yeah, stop complaining in my ears, and then when you get your 115 charges, hopefully it comes through, then it's all been for nothing anyway.
Get made redundant. No pay up. Oh shit, that'd
Oh
be
man,
funny, man. But
oh,
yeah, no, it'd be funny still. But
yeah,
we gotta throw out a trigger warning on this part of the pod because obviously it's going to be quite. It can be quite traumatic for some people who are going to be listening to this on the audio version or on the live or the YouTube afterwards. But
yeah,
yeah, it's been a mad couple of days because I think I went to bed on Sunday night. I read that Diddy is gonna have to surrender himself on the Tuesday, so Tuesday just gone. And then I remember waking up on a Monday and just saw bare memes flying through the WhatsApp. I was thinking, what's going on? And I was tired, so I didn't even like. I just thought, people just like it's just Diddy in it. And then when I read it properly, it's like, oh, right, Diddy's been arrested. Like he's in federal prison. Like he's in a prison.
yeah, yeah.
What's your thoughts on that initially? Like just the fact that he's actually now being arrested and they clearly have enough evidence to keep him refuse his bail and all that.
It's telling me that he's banged to rights in it, because even when I was reading through just the things initially that they've charged him on, because I'm getting the impression that that stuff that he's been charged on is from a raid that happened a little while ago. I think that's what I'm
Yeah.
understanding. So there's probably even more stuff, and there's obviously more suits. You got it's the is it the male bodyguard or one of the male workers he had working for him? He successfully sued him for,
Oh yeah.
I want to say it was like multi-millions.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a big. So it's done for him. Like I think financially, he's going to be done because the that I think this is just the surface that's going to
100%.
come out.
100%.
And yeah, it's like a R. Kelly situation, isn't it? Really, and just in terms of, I know the nuances of the crimes are a bit different, but
Yeah.
there's no disputing the evidence. It's just all there in black and white, and he's probably going to rot there in prison. Really, he's not. I can't imagine him be coming out.
You say that, yeah, but and I'm not defending him before I say any of this. I'm just saying
Mm,
what I've heard his defense attorney saying when I was watching something last night. So I don't agree with any of what they said, but this is what they're saying: is that
mm,
has he actually committed a crime? Has any of the people that? So I think that they're just trying to save face at this point, and they're trying to
mm,
paint him out into like a really good picture. But they basically said that all he's done is invite people to his house. They've had a party and they've had some wild sex or they've had wild interactions or whatever. And they're like, is that a crime? But
So that's their defense, but the
yeah,
actual
it's a weak
things that
one.
he's being accused of, is insane. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
one where I was reading that they got the sex workers and
yeah.
they've kept them on drugs so they can keep going. That can't be. That must be a crime. That can't be
Because
legal.
that is,
Get
you
me?
see, you see what I think of all this, yeah? And I'm going to play some of the audio from the press conference in a minute. But
Mm,
the way that I seen it when I was reading, because I read the doc, I can't remember if I sent you like the indictment, but
yeah, yeah,
it is crazy. Like it's to the point where this is like 3% of what's actually going on with the case.
yeah, yeah.
Because even in the press conference, the man said, "Oh, it's an ongoing investigation, and we're still looking into other people and into other crimes
Yeah.
that took place. So it's not like this is just literally enough to get him in the prison." We're not telling you the full story. Like we're only on episode 1. There's still another 12 to go, and I think it's really like it will. I think this is worse. You just said about R. Kelly. I think this is worse than R. Kelly. I know R.
Oh
Kelly
yeah,
was
100.
crazy. The things he done were crazy, and so was Epstein and what's the other guy?
Not
Weinstein.
Weinstein and Bill
Bill
Cosby
Cosby
and all
was in
them.
there, and amongst them, all of them people.
Oh, and
All,
what's his name? The Harrods guy. I don't know
oh
if you heard
yeah,
about that.
I seen a program about that
Yeah,
last night. Not Dodi,
mm,
Mohammed Al Fayed.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, there's
yeah.
a program.
Mad.
I got it recorded.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a big. It was on like for like 2 hours.
Vince McMahon. There's this and it's all. Cat Williams was speaking facts, boy.
He was, man. But let's play.
Mm,
I want to play some of this. So let me just try
yeah,
and
yeah.
so we can listen to it. Try and dissect some of this. Oh, let me unmute.
People for years and in a variety of ways. As alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sexual performances with male commercial sex workers, some of whom he transported or caused to be transported over state lines.
So isn't that trafficking? Like that bit
Yep,
there already is trafficking, isn't it? Really?
yep. So pretty sure, like I said, I don't know the laws inside and out, but I'm pretty sure you can't just do that legally. But
Nah,
anyway,
it's
let's keep
trafficking.
going.
It's trafficking.
Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes
That's a key point as well. That's what I wanted to ask you. To see that bit there, that tells me that this is like he's like the small fry in a bigger organization. Or small fish, I should say. Because for him to feel so confident to keep people's recordings from 2008 till today of what he's been doing to them and blackmailing people with them,
He felt comfy in his own ends, innit?
felt comfy in Miami, man.
lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant. As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way, he was violent, and he subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse so that they would participate in the freak-offs.
So isn't that a crime? You're forcefully letting someone, you're drugging them, and when they say no, you're forcing them to do something they don't want to do. Is that not a crime, or have I missed the point?
No, and also those particular drugs as well. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying any drugging anyone is
No,
is
of
mad.
course.
It isn't great because it's reminding me of the there's the French case at the moment with you must
Oh,
have
is it
heard
the
about the woman.
50 people?
Yeah,
And he was, yeah.
from the husband. Yeah,
Yeah,
and but
yeah.
she was sedated. So that's obviously horrific. But those drugs that he's given them are like more stimulating drugs, really,
Yeah, yeah.
aren't they? So even in that, he knew exactly what was. There's no defense of it was just drugs. Like that's quite
It's like a
specific. You
cocktail
know
of
what I
drugs
mean?
to basically control
Just keep
someone.
them going. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah, man.
And I was gonna say something then as well. So yeah, in the indictment as well, it said that afterwards he used to get loads of like one of them things were like IV drips, and that's
Oh yeah, yeah,
I think that's to like rehydrate yourself. So
yeah.
hydrate yourself after you've done a madness or
Mm,
you've had like a wild night or whatever. You go on all that drip stuff to then do it. And there's a video of him and his mum, which is mad, where he's like kind of like not coming on to his mum, but it seems like a weird relationship. Like the
it's,
kissy on the lips and that, and he's just a bit weird. No, it's just weird.
yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's mad.
No, you'd have to see the video I'm talking about. I'll try and send it to you afterwards. But
Yeah,
it's like you talk to like your girl like that, or like your wife like that, or someone that you're seeing like that, but not your mum. It's just weird. It's like, oh, check her out. Look how it's just anyway. Wild.
And that Combs hit, kicked, threw objects at, and dragged victims, at times by their hair.
Cassie.
On one occasion in March of 2016, that conduct was captured on video and later reported in the media. Specifically, Combs kicked, dragged, and threw a vase at a victim in a Los Angeles hotel when the victim was attempting to flee.
See, remember we spoke about that? We spoke about it on here, innit? And was that when? So that was when it was Cassie. But again, what we said at the time then, because we said we were going to speak about it a bit more when more things came out and all that. And obviously we're here now. But for him to do that in broad daylight and get away with it, he's done it. Do you know the things he must have done to
the
people
worst of it. Yeah,
behind the scenes? Because like
yeah.
you've heard the story about Usher and Justin Bieber and all of that. They're all meant to be involved in it, and it's a RICO case as well. So this is like,
And you know as well, and I think this is when I was saying about whatever sentence he might get, to come at someone like that, given all the lessons that's been learned from the past, your shit's got to be tight. And I think that's why there's been a lot more successful like indictments and things like that recently, because they've not left anything to chart. Like every stone has you know, has been left on has been, when you say you turn every stone, and
unturned.
so they haven't left anything. Yeah, so the fact that, like you said, this is the bit just to get him in prison, probably to stop him from running away or covering stuff up.
Yeah. Because
All
he
the people
surrendered
that
his
involved.
passports, innit? He surrendered all his passports, his
Yeah.
kids' passports. He put up a $50 million dollar bail bond. I think it's something to do with his homes, that he can't travel in and out of New York and all this thing unless he's going to see his lawyers or hospital appointments. And they said, no, we know you. We know what you're about. We've seen the evidence. Because whatever evidence they had on the Sunday, and he was meant to hand himself in on a Tuesday, whatever that was damning. Because for them to go, in fact, you know what? We're not waiting till Tuesday. We're going to bring you in now.
It's coming. Yeah.
We're going to come and arrest you. We're not waiting for you to walk into the police station. That tells you that is some mad evidence they must have. But I want to try and get to the guns bit as well, because
As alleged, his way.
there's a bit where they talk about the guns.
No sign of him yet, Money Super 7.
Don't know why they have adverts in YouTube videos, man. So annoying. You know why?
Trying to do some serious things.
They want you to pay for the premium. What is it called? Premium.
Yeah,
It's like £20. You do ad free and all that.
Listen,
paying-
one of our brethren has got it. He loves it, man. He's all over it.
What, £20?
Yeah,
I want to
think,
express my deep appreciation.
I think his son's got it, and then he's jumped on
Oh,
the
he
account. But he
piggybacks on
said he's not watching adverts like a dickhead, and I agree.
But for £20, I'm going to be that dickhead because I have £20 in my pocket and I can still watch the same thing. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
For the victims and
go ahead.
witnesses who have used their voices and helped bring this criminal conduct to light. We would not be here without them. I also want to thank the dedicated case agents on the HSI Trafficking in
that's right,
Person
yeah.
Squad in New York.
Man forgot he was there to do a
Justice
press
system.
conference.
Next question.
Thank you. Julia Ainsley, NBC.
It just goes on to all the questions there, but I just wanted to I was just going to ask you as well, because do you think he's going to talk, like, in terms of, do you reckon he'll, now that he's in custody, they got him, he knows a lot of secrets about a lot of people, like high up, like they're talking about the Obamas. These are allegedly people, I'm not trying to say they were there, but this is what they're allegedly saying. Obama, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, like the whole industry, like Denzel Washington, Ashton Kutcher. I think there's a video of him going.
Definitely him.
He's
I don't
he
think
said
he'll get it, but
he's
he
involved.
should be getting it.
He's
Yeah, I've heard
involved.
some things about him.
Yeah,
Yeah, but allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly in
Will
case
Smith.
no alive. Yeah. So to answer your question, no, because of how deep it runs.
Mm.
I don't. He's not someone I think that will end like he's not gonna end up dead. I don't really
You don't
think. I
think
don't
so?
think he'd kill himself or nah. But I don't. I think there's too much at stake. It depends on how much he cares about his family and everything else, but it could start getting quite mad for him given the people that you've named. I think they'll just say, look, just take your things. What we can't get you out, but we can make life easy for you inside
He won't have his
or
assets though.
easier.
You know, if he goes to prison, he's got to forfeit all his assets. So he comes out,
Yeah, but
he won't be P Diddy, he'll be broke Diddy. He won't have no P, he won't have no P's because
he's he'll find a way in it. Do you know what I mean? Like there'll be something. So
I don't think he'll get out.
I'm not convinced he'll speak if he comes out.
You don't think he'll speak?
I don't. I'd be if he just doesn't strike me as that kind of guy. Someone that will speak out. It will. I think it will be out of not spite, but do you know what? Fuck it. And he doesn't. It doesn't seem like he's at that point. He's just seems like he's quite focused on his own thing, and he's dealing with that. Whereas someone else who's like, "Oh, I got wrong." Like you man said I was gonna get. Do you know what? I'm gonna blow this. For it to come out, I think it will be an angry thing.
I don't know, There's a couple of things. I think because he kept all them video evidence, he knew one day this day was coming. And I think he needed that video evidence to be there for people to know that he didn't do this on his own. Do you get what I'm saying? No, I know.
Yeah, though you're right.
I know it sounds
Incriminates
wild,
bare
yeah,
people.
but it's almost like, what do they call it? Not collateral damage. It's like, I can't remember the words, but it's like kind of
Was
like
it by association or something?
a little bit,
What's
yeah.
called.
It's almost like
Yeah.
leverage. Sorry, that's the word I was thinking.
Yeah,
It's a bit
yeah.
like
Oh, okay.
leverage to
Yeah,
people
yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
I've got you on video, so you either help me get out or you're coming down with me. And now I can't help you because I'm inside, so I need to be on the outside to help you. Do you know what I mean? So if if it is true that there's higher ups in there, like what's his name, Kevin Lyles, who's like one of the music execs for like 25-30 years, has suddenly stepped down Tuesday. The man at Nike, the CEO of Nike, has stepped down. Like all these random people stepping down on the same day that the man's getting arrested. It might be a
Never know,
coincidence, but
it goes deep. But you know what's kind of bad? It's neither here nor there. But obviously, nowadays you can get caught out through something dumb because someone just whips out their phone and starts recording. But obviously, in them days, you've got to have had recording equipment. Like you've got to have intentionally thought, I'm gonna do this with the purpose of recording. Just, which is not so. That's why the intention behind it is a bit in a way that it's recorded. So why would he? What other reasons would he record it? Do you know what I mean? So I think there's some truth to what you're saying.
and to keep it as well. Like I know people have probably made their own little private tapes or whatever. But what do you do with it after
No,
that?
no.
Do you know what I mean? What do you do? Do you sit down with popcorn and watch it, or do you show other people? Like I don't get that.
So
So
knowing him probably, but yeah, it's gonna be mad for him right now. If he gets off, I'd be surprised. This isn't like the Man City 15 charges things where you know they're gonna buy people up. Like this feels quite like concrete.
I just think they need to make sure whoever goes on that witness stand has their story to the T, because and you'd hope that the prosecution have got more evidence, because even in that press conference then the man was like unwilling to answer certain questions because he's like kept saying, I don't want to jeopardize what we're trying to
100.
build, like the case that we're trying to build. I can't tell you that. He was like, because even like the guns, like the guns had no serial numbers on them. Like it's just like that doesn't even make any sense. Like where are you getting a gun from that's like got some defected serial numbers on them? Like, it's crazy. I think the way that racketeering thing was looking, I'm sure it said like 15 years for each charge, or 15 for one, 25 for the other, and 15 for the third one. So that's what, after quick maths, is like 55 years or something like that.
This is what I'm saying, because here I don't know the legal system inside out, but I feel like you just get like a general sentence. You might have done a lot of bad stuff, and they're like, oh, this is was I know that in the Americas Sometimes it's you're getting a charge for each
You
fucked
can
up
get
thing
like
that you did.
quadruple
Yeah, so
life
it's 2
sentence.
years per thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whereas here it's like, okay, so you did X, Y, and Z. Oh, it's about 15 years. Whereas America,
Yeah,
it's like, nope, for
no,
everything
no.
that you did, that's a year.
Yeah, yeah, no.
So
I think he won't get off, but I think he'll talk. I think he'll talk big time as well. I think he'll
I
talk,
hope
man.
he does. I hope he does.
I do. Not because I want to. Like, obviously, I want to see, like, you know, sex abusers or whatever you want to call them. I want to see them go to prison, but I want to see it because there's so many people, especially must be in that industry in Hollywood and LA and all that, and just America, where they get away with so much. And like, do you remember the band? There was a girl. You know, you used to a program called Making a Band. I don't know if you ever used to watch that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
there was a girl group called something like Danity Kane or
Yeah,
something
I
like
read
that.
about this one. It was one of the singers there, innit?
So I think her name was Aubrey or something like that. And she was screaming from the rooftops for years. And I mean, since the day I think she left the band, so probably what 2009 or something like that. And she was screaming for years that this guy was like a predator. He was doing this, he was doing that. And everyone used to say to her, "Oh no, it's just because you got kicked out of the band. That's why you're talking on all these things now."
Like salty, innit? That's what
Yeah.
you're trying to say.
And now it's all coming to light. It's mad. It's mad that it's come full circle for her. But yeah, are you gonna watch the trial? That's the big thing. You're gonna watch the trial. Like it's on Netflix.
I don't know if I can seem that, because as much as I'm keen to know what comes of it. But yeah, that's gonna be a fucking depressing trial. I might have to just catch up on the highlights on a
That's the
BBC
highlights,
Match
you
the
know.
Day thing. Yeah,
I said the Gary Lineker vibe.
just want to give it a rundown.
No, I hear you.
Yeah,
I
I
think.
might do. What about you?
No, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I remember watching OJ's as a kid, and yeah, that was just mad. I remember it was on like Big Brother. I remember Big Brother used to be on every single day, all day. There was like a channel dedicated to OJ's trial, man. And I reckon this will be the same. I think this will be the biggest trial probably in America's history.
To date, because I tell you,
I
listen,
mean, whose is bigger?
you
What, Trump?
you can quote. No, see, Trump's one's big, but it's not. It's been played down.
Yeah,
But
it has to be.
I mean,
'Cause
for
he's
me,
in the
it's not
running for the
worse, but
presidency.
it's up there. Yeah, it's mad. But no, the one I think that will supersede this, and I feel relatively confident it will happen, is Drake. I think there's one coming at some point.
But he might be
Allegedly.
involved in this one. This is what I'm trying to say. I think he's involved
Yeah.
because he's very tight with him, and he's been known to be with underage girls. Like remember I told you about the girl from Stranger Things. She's not young. She's not young now. She's of age now, I think, but she wasn't back then. The leader,
Yeah,
the bald head, Bobby, might be making this up.
Brown, whatever.
Bobby Brown
yeah.
or something like that. Or that's Whitney Houston's husband. Anyway, you know
No,
what I'm
it's like
talking about.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie
or that,
Bobby
but
Brown.
Yeah.
So she was young. She was like 15, and he was texting her about boys when she was 15
She's 13.
or 13, even worse.
Yeah.
Tried to give him a bit of pass him my olive branch. Kieran took it away quick. But I think he's included in this one.
definitely- Yeah, there's. I think this will be the biggest one, but it's going to set a precedent, and we just need to piss off the wrong person. Because
that's
I think
what he-
that's
that's
what
what
this
he
is
done.
coming down to. Yeah,
Yeah, you know all that Ciroc stuff, and he was like saying that when he lost that Ciroc deal, he was basically saying the people that own it are racist, and he pissed them off big time, saying other things about them as well. And then I can't remember who took over. Oh, Jimmy Iovine, I think, got the deal ahead of him or something like that. He got involved with Ciroc after, and he was kind of saying they pushed me out because of this, that, the other, and I'm not even going to get into it, but there's a particular reason because of a particular community and all the rest of it. Why he's in there now. So when you do that and you piss them people off, they're gonna come for you, and that protection that you used to have with them, and they'll guard you. It gets pulled down. You're on your own now, son. Go out there. We're gonna feed you to the wolves. Do you know what I mean?
Facts.
And now it's mad that all these things are coming out now. The Locks went platinum with their single that Diddy had all the flipping things to, and then the day he got arrested, the same song went platinum. So it just all came together. It was mad. I'm glad he's in prison because not that I look into a man's eyes like that, but you can see there's no one home when you look at him. You can just see pure evil in his face. Do you know what I mean? And I've thought that for years, that this man is just pure walking evil, man. He's just
Yeah.
he's just evil. And you can see it in him. Remember when he dressed as the Joker? Have you seen that? When he's dressed as the Joker, and Warner Brothers had to send him a what's that thing called? It's like a cease and I can't remember what they basically. Yeah, they sent him one of them and said, "You're not doing that next Halloween. you're not dressing up as him." Because they must have knew what fuckery he was on from then. You're not using our characters to fucking do that shit.
That is mad.
But
that is mad. I don't even think I knew about that one.
You never seen him as a Joker?
So. This would have been like ages ago, though.
You must have seen him as the Joker. Let me see if I can pull it up. You won't be able to see it, but let me see it quickly before we wrap up if I can find it, because it's funny. And you know the guy from Power? There's a guy from, I think, the original Power. And he's in like Times Square and he's dressed as the Joker, and the guy that's in Power is just like standing there by his car, but he's in like character as the Joker. So he's coming up to this guy and he's like, and then the guy doesn't know it's Diddy as well. So he's like, who the fuck's this? Like, what are you doing? I'll punch in your face sort of thing.
Oh, and then he goes out of character as
the Joker, and he goes, "You don't know who I am? I'm the king of New York, and you don't fuck with me." And then he realizes it's Diddy, and he says, "Come and get some love," or something like that. Crazy.
Yeah, he switches quick. No, I do vaguely. I don't think I've seen a picture, but I might have read the story. I think.
No, it's fine.
But that does ring a bell. But yeah, that's.
I just found another one. I'm going to try and quickly play this, but he might not do. Seems to be very slow. Let me see if I can find it.
And you reap what you sow, man. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. I think this might be it. Boy, this internet's moving mad today. Let me see if I can find it. It might be this one. You might have heard this one as well. Funny though. If it turns up. Internet's moving mad. More than likely going to be an advert as well. You know, YouTube like to sting me with the adverts and that.
Segueing into the Drink Champs interview, when you was with Nori and Fab and Jada and everybody, they made a compilation video. You, because they said you were sounding real suspect on the interview.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Of course I didn't see it. No, I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
I swear to God.
Come on, man. You saw that on World Star.
Listen to this.
Check this out. When they started playing the game, the pause game, I would definitely...
That came from Harlem, too, by the way.
Yeah, came from Harlem. I definitely would say the crowd would be like, whoa, did he just say that? You know what I'm saying? I don't play games. Y'all know. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man. I don't play games. But, yeah.
Did you
compilation? Nah, I was coming off of being in Miami a night of party, and I don't really remember what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Would you like a reminder?
Yeah, sure.
Play some.
Listen to this.
Hey, yo, listen, I love it all. I love it all, man.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
When you put my bag
Daddy, I
down,
like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
No. That was you.
Scrambling.
What? You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy. When you scrambling and scraping for shit.
Hey, man.
That little laugh.
Shit! Listen, he's done. He's cooked. He's done. Oh, and J-Lo as well. J-Lo's involved. She's definitely involved. 100%. Let me drag her in as well. She's involved. She's involved, man.
Yeah.
She's distanced herself from that man for years for that reason, because she knew it was coming out.
Back way back when you know what's mad though. Like my final point on this. By the time this is all done, because obviously there's going to be more over the next 10 years, both I think in the US and I keep saying in the UK. There's definitely going to be something in the UK at some point.
Oh yeah, there'll be a big one.
You're gonna have to fucking delete like half our library and video and music library, because there's a lot of things that I know they say separate the music from the artist, but there's some people where they're talking about certain things. It's like, that's what you meant. You have to get rid of it. It's done.
Yeah,
it's done.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't think I was really reaching for a Diddy song like that, but he's featured on songs that I probably won't be able to listen to fully now, just because he's on them.
100. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. There's a couple you think kind of you send that song still.
Yeah, you gotta just wipe them off your playlist.
Yeah.
No, I hear
Because
them.
it accidentally comes on during a random select.
Can you imagine? You're at a party, it just comes on. Take that.
Do it.
Yeah. You can't be doing that, man. Can't be doing that. You can't play that one here, son. You gotta take that one out, man. You can't play that one, man. No, it's funny, man. But no, in all seriousness, I'm glad that he's locked up now. It's one less predator on the street and all that. And do you know what I mean? Like there's many more out there, but hopefully he drags them down as well with him. I think he will personally, because what's he got to lose now? He either does 75 to life, or he brings a couple man in with him, and they can share the soap. So it's all right, isn't it? But yeah, man. You reckon final word? You reckon he's gonna get a guilty or not guilty?
Is in his plea.
Well, you know, he gave his plea. He's pleaded not guilty. Well, so he's going to court now.
Sorry. Sorry. The verdict.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's hard because I do think guilty, but I think there's gonna be some charges where there'll be like
Lesser.
You know, people get off on technicalities.
Just
the maddest one, like I'll use Tipex on a document instead of like reprinting it or something stupid like that. So he's not guilty of the rape that we've seen on the video, whatever it is.
Mistrial or something.
Yeah. So I don't know if he'll get charged for all of them, but I don't see a way out of it, especially when I start talking about the videos.
Yeah.
And
the baby oil as well. We didn't even mention the baby oil, but
was it 1,000 bottles?
1,000 bottles of baby oil is
mad.
Listen,
mad. Is he drinking or cooking with that stuff?
Some man slipped out of the room, but boy, listen, it's crazy. I think he's gonna get a guilty. I think he's gonna get a mad guilty. I think he's gonna get the 75 to life. I think he's gonna be thrown a book. I think he's going to be made an example out of as well, because of all the things that he's covered up over the years, not just the crimes, but the things he had the keys to New York, he had the keys to the city and everything. He's probably taken money off charities in you know what I mean? He's been an ambassador for people and all of that stuff. So I think they'll make an example out of him as well. So, and the colour of his skin doesn't help him. So let us know what you think. Let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to go to the audio version of the podcast. Listen to that as well. We appreciate everyone that's listening to it. And yeah, man, we'll be back next week. Another one, man.
Peace.